What's up, guys? Back in the Tesla. Got on the self-driving. This thing's still pretty cool. Wife took the kids to school this morning in the truck since the car seats were in it. So I hopped in the Tesla to do some quick errand runs. Finishing up here, head back to the house to grab the truck. Just kind of want to go over a couple things. Talked to the body shop guy yesterday working on the ST. We got some good news there. It's going to make a full recovery. Needs a new rear bumper, new wheel, and basically the right rear suspension, the A-arms, and the other components there are all kind of tweaked. So it's getting all new pieces there. And then she'll be good to go. So some exciting news on that end is so insurance is actually giving me, because a wheel from Ford is $900, 21-inch ST rim wheel. So with that wheel being $900, it opens up a little bit of options because yes, the wheel's obviously totaled. It needs a new wheel at least. But what I'm going to do is, instead of paying the $900 and putting a new stock wheel back on it, I'm going to basically take that and then buy an aftermarket set, all 4 new ones, and get those swapped out, and probably spend the $1,500 or whatever it is for the wheels, and only be out that $600. So opportunity, some more mods to the ST. A little excited about that. I would love to be able to put the downpipes, the new downpipes on it while it's in the shop, because it does have a slight rattle from it being cracked. And I think that the guy would do it for me. He'd weld it up. But I'm going to ask him if he can throw on these high flow downpipes for me and see what he would charge me to do that. He's not an exhaust shop, so I don't know if he's willing to do that or not, but I'm gonna go ahead and ask him. If so, that would be super sweet to get all of that done. Excited to get the ST back. I was super bummed. I thought there'd be a lot more stuff messed up with it. The guy's acting like it's no issue just to fix the parts and it'll be as good as new. So that's exciting. We're gonna get to keep the ST in the fleet for a while longer. Got some exciting things coming with that. Finally today, it's the middle of September, and it's finally decent weather, 66 degrees. It's been extremely hot. Like yesterday it was 96 and it's 66 today. So a little bit of boost weather. So I'm gonna get in the F150. I threw a few gallons of E85 in the tank yesterday to make an E30 mix. We're gonna kind of do a review and maybe some draggy numbers on the different modes of the JB4 of the F150. So we'll get that kind of thrown together and get some numbers for you guys. There's a lot of guys asking about the JB4, and honestly, I should have just done better about getting draggy numbers, because it's actually accurate data that people can relate to. I don't see a reason, like with it being obviously a truck on 35s, the times are not going to be anywhere near what it would relate to a stock vehicle, a stock F-150. It should be quite a bit slower due to the weight and everything associated with it. But it'll give them an idea. So I know, a stock F-150 on stock wheels should run like a mid 5 second. I think it's like a 5.6 or something to 60 is what they run stock, a 3.5 EcoBoost. And I've already done basically a 5 flat. It was like a 5.0 something on the 93 tune on this truck, or I say tune, the 93 map on the JB4. So I know it could get into the 4s pretty easily, which is extremely impressive for a piggyback system. And what you need to realize in this video, this truck is on 35s, or they're like 34.6s or something. So they're extremely heavy. So if you're in a stock vehicle and you're running a 4.8 or whatever to 60, odds are you're probably going to run like a 4.5 just on the wheel setup, because of how much weight difference there is on the trucks. People switch to lightweight wheels and cut tenths off their 0 to 60 in extremely fast cars. Imagine a truck where the wheel is each wheel is 30 pounds or 20 pounds or whatever it is heavier than the stock form. You got 80 pounds of extra rotating mass that's slowing you down. Now, obviously, 0 to 60 isn't as big of a deal. You'll see a lot more of a change in the quarter mile times just because the way that you have a lot more time, obviously, on the track to gain or lose time. So it's just kind of interesting. Just kind of keep that in mind. Something else that sucks, and I don't know why this is, but for some reason, I cannot build boost on a launch on this truck. I can sit there and mash it to the floor and try to four-wheel drive launch it, and it gets up to like 2,500, 2,700 RPM and like 3 or 4 pounds of boost. It won't build it to where I can like hard launch it. Like the ST, whenever I'm sitting there building boost and I'm at like 2,500 PSI, that drivetrain is already building boost like 10 pounds of boost or something. And you can kind of see it on there, but like you can build it towards 10 pounds of boost. So that launch, just off of the rip, that launch on the ST is so much more violent because you have an extra 5 or 6 pounds of boost off the start. So if I could get that out of the F150, I know it could get extremely low 4-second quarter mile times. I don't see why it wouldn't be able to. I know on the setup there are tuned 3.5s on E50 running extremely low 4-second 0 to 60s, which is super cool. I would love to tune mine. I don't want to ship off my ECU. I know that sounds stupid, but it is such a pain in the ass to take the ECU out, ship it, then get it back. Then you know, obviously you voided your warranty, all that stuff. My truck's at 44,000 miles. It is so close to the warranty. I'm actually really enjoying the JB4 for what it is. If I want more power, I can just add E85 and go that route, turn it up a little bit. So it's been nice. You know, it is a daily truck too, so it's one of those things that it doesn't have to be a rocket ship. If you know, the ST is extreme, you know, a lot faster than the F150 is. So if I want to go fast, I'll just hop in the ST. But for me, being able to have that extra power on tap while I'm driving around the town is a lot more fun for me. Makes me enjoy the vehicle a lot more. So the JB4, in my opinion, has been one of the best mods in my eyes that you could do to any new EcoBoost platform, because it adds so much power for so cheap and you keep your warranty. I just don't see the downside to it. It's really nice to have that extra power on tap just whenever you want to switch fuels. So we're gonna hop in here, we're gonna go hop in the F150, hook the dragy up, and do some 0 to 60 times for you guys. All right, guys, what's up? So we're in the F150, got the ethanol added in the tank last night. I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple videos for you guys on the JB4 settings. I'm gonna do a stock map run, the 91 run, the 93, and then the E30. And then if, you know, the E30 plus tune if I can. See how much room I have up here to do it, but go ahead and do that. Try to compare those just so y'all see. I have like an E30 mixture in the tank right now. So my stock run may be a little bit faster than it would be on stock just because of my fuel mixture, but it's not going to be by much because there shouldn't be any tuning involved. So I'm going to go ahead and put it on the stock map, go do some 0 to 60s with the dragy, and see how the numbers turn out. All right, so we just finished the dragy videos. I don't understand it. It has to be in the factory tuning, but I cannot boost launch this truck. Like both pedals all the way to the floor, it stops at 2,500 RPM. And I know that's a Ford thing because JB4 definitely doesn't limit that part of it. Wouldn't make sense for them to. So that kind of sucks. I'm literally leaving on like no boost. It's basically rolling off the line and then the boost kicks in. So these times can be greatly improved if you were able to even just taking off the RPM limiter from the stock launch. It would be, there's no doubt in my mind this thing could be in the 4s on this JB4. As you can see the times, I think I was pretty spot on. With the stock tune was like 5.5 or 5, I think it was 5.6, 5.66, and then the 90, what did I do? The 91 map was like 5.5, the 93 map was like 5.4 or something like that, and then the E30 map was a 5.2 something. And those were all back to back to back, and it was consistently dropping on every one I turned up. So, you know, it's to be expected. I think each map up increases the boost like 1.5 pounds or 2 pounds or something like that. So it's nothing dramatic, but you can definitely tell, because from the stock tune to the E30, it's like 4 pounds of boost or something, or 3.5, 4 pounds of boost. And that makes a big difference, because, you know, that's basically where your 7,500 horses at right there. So, you can see it in the times, obviously. Now remember me saying that this truck is on 34s, 35s. So these times are very slow compared to a stock one. On a stock truck, JB4, I bet you could run like 4.8 probably, which is pretty nuts. I know the guys that are tuned are obviously running a lot lower than that, but I know why. That comes into play. Your boosted launches, your shift points, all that stuff. You're just gaining time on all those parameters. So pretty cool little data. If the ST wasn't such a pain to swap the tunes, since it's now on HP tuners with ZFG, if it wasn't such a pain, I'd do the same thing for that car, so y'all could see how much of a difference the tuning makes on that car. But it's too hard, and I think flashing the computer over and over like that just for some tests, I don't really feel comfortable doing that, to be honest. So but yeah, we'll do some draggies with the ST whenever it gets back. I want to see the best, because now the weather's getting a lot better. I haven't been on ZFG since it's been cool, so like all the weather's been like at least 75 plus, and this morning was like 52. So I know I can get a personal best in the ST. I'd like to see what it runs, and then hopefully getting the new wheels, seeing if there's a difference there, because I'm going to stay on the same wheel and tire size, or the tire size. So it's just going to be the weight of the wheels, I think, that'll change it. And I know these 21-inch wheels from Ford on the ST, I know that they're pretty heavy. So just kind of interesting to see. The draggy always shows some cool data. I think it's really cool kind of seeing that stuff and really like understanding where like the time is coming from, because it maps it out, like, you know, 60 foot, 220, whatever. It has all these different things to where you can see where you're gaining and losing time, 60 foot, etc. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and I'll throw this video up for you guys. Just let me know what you think. If you have anything else that you would like for me to try, I could do an 1/8 mile run in the F150, but the 1/4 mile is too tough for me, and I don't even know. I think I'll hit my limiter before I hit the 1/4 mile at 106. Maybe not. Maybe it'll run a little bit faster than that in the 1/4. But anyway, you guys have any other ideas, just let me know. I appreciate you watching. If you drop a like and a follow, that's greatly appreciated. I got to get these watch hours up. It's a pain in the ass. I've been so close for so long, but every time it's just like my work schedule gets busy, and so that lapse in my last 365 days of my watch hours, it drops my average to where you have to average 4,000, or you have to hit average 4,000 over 365 days, and I'm at like 3,000 something. So it's so close, but I got to get the average up. Everyone watching it, I appreciate it. I never thought I'd have as many views as I do, so that's always cool. So shout out to you guys for making it a little bit exciting to make videos. I actually have, like, you know, info to put out there for you guys, so that's kind of cool. But anyway, appreciate it. See you next time.